Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris. In our Roma Galactica series, we are looking at Zu-Nur, which is the last tiny little system belonging to the Dimizanian Citizen Compact, in the middle of this little blob of the Unbidden. Now, since I recorded the last 4 episodes, and by the way, just for your information, I am sitting down to record 37, 38, 39, and 40 right now. So I am going to set a couple of objectives, and those objectives are based on what I was about to say. Since recording the last 4 episodes, I've been getting lots of comments about the nature of the Unbidden, and I have been enlightened, because I haven't really fought with these guys ever. So apparently what can happen is once they control a certain portion of the galaxy, they actually spawn a second portal. A different faction of Unbidden, which is hostile to the Unbidden, but also to us, will spawn. And then once those two combined, I think, hold a certain amount of territory, then they can expand again. So we pretty much have to be going for 2 things at once over the next 4 episodes before we go on break with Roma Galactica. Number 1, we are still going to try to go for the Dyson Sphere, because the Dyson Sphere is what's going to allow us to build up minerals. It's what, or I'm sorry, not minerals, but energy. And energy will allow us to support fleets, and we need fleets to defeat the Unbidden. But the other thing we're going to be doing at the same time, and I'm going to start this right now in just a second, is we're going to retool all of our ships specifically to fight the Unbidden. So we're going to go for some crystal infused plating, crystal forged once I have it. I don't think I have crystal forged plating yet, but we are also going to, one recommendation that I saw and that I've verified by looking at Stellaris Wiki, is we need to go with shields, because the Unbidden just ignore armor. They tear straight through it. So all of the building we've done for our ships that have, kind of geared our ships towards having armor on the higher levels, all of that is going to go towards shields instead. So I'm actually going to, without further ado, we're going to jump into the ship designer and make those conversions right now. There's not going to be any armor left on my ships whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, with that being the case, here we actually won't be able to have double shields on this thing. There is one possibility. Hang on, how much power does this generate? Exactly double. Okay, never mind, that's not a possibility. So in that case, what I'm going to have to do here for the Claudius class corvette is, okay, we do have crystal forge plating. Very good. So I can definitely use that. So I should probably use this instead of afterburners. But then again, we're not going to be throwing that many of these guys at the Unbidden. So maybe leave the afterburners on the corvettes, because they tend to die pretty fast anyway. What I'm going to do is just slap. It's really the only thing I can do. I'm going to slap an enigmatic deflector in here. Actually, wait. How much power do these take? Oh, never mind. Way too much. Yeah, 20 power. That was a dumb idea. All right, so that's that for the Claudius class. Let's go ahead and save it. And let's go through. I'm going to go through as quickly as I can with these, but I just, want to be careful. Now, this ship looks like it's already ready. Yeah, let's stick with that. The Aurelius. All right, Tiberius, what do you got? You got some armor. Need to fix that. Well, actually, there's not a whole lot that I can do with that. I can put some additional power in there, but let's see, what else can we... Yeah, let's go ahead and remove the shield capacitors and replace it with crystal forged plating. So there's that. And now we have 25 additional power to plug in an additional kind of small system. Let me filter by slot size, because it makes it super easy to... I don't know why I haven't had that turned on earlier in the series, but let's see. These require how much power? 12.5? Why can't I just do another shield? Yeah, I can do another shield. Why did I take it out a second ago? Maybe, oh yeah, that's right. Taking out the capacitor means we're not using power anymore. So that actually works out. Tiberius is done. Let's go for the Justinian. What have we got? Let's take out the capacitor once more. We're going to add crystal and again, these crystal forge plating, they add 10% ship hull points. It's just going to make us extra strong against the Unbidden. That's the plan. That's what we're trying to do. So it looks like I can just add some additional shields here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's nice that we have the enigmatic deflectors. I'm also glad, by the way, I just want to note this. We've been talking about it in comments. I'm glad that I got all these enigmatic technologies in this series before the Atoms patch drops tomorrow. And I say tomorrow because, well, actually, when you guys are seeing this, it will have been today. But I'm recording this the night before the Atoms patch drops, and they've completely nerfed the enigmatic fortress. I'm going off on a tangent here, but they've completely changed the way that distribution system works. When you kill the thing, you don't get all the techs anymore. You get 1. I think it should be 2, but 1 is what you get. So big nerf there in the Atoms patch for the Enigmatic Fortress. So I'm glad we got to take advantage of this before it ended. I think maybe having all the techs is maybe some overkill, so I can see why they did it. But at the same time, it's like, man, this is really cool, and now I'm never going to be able to do it again unless I get a mod. All right, so let's also look at the Tiberius. Yep, that's good. We've already done that. Trajan class, same thing. Let's go ahead and remove all of our armor. We've got some extra power already. Regenerative hull tissue already as well. Let me go ahead and... Can I put 2 in? Yes, I can. But I also can do regenerative hull tissue, which might be a good idea. So maybe have both. And then we definitely need... Okay. So if I do one more... Wait a minute. We're going to put one more core there, and I may be able to do... Yes, there it is. Excellent. Okay, also weapons-wise, it was saying that we want to try and go for some long-range weapons. So let's have a look at our ranges on our weapons here and see what we can do. This range is 60. The Gauss Cannon's range is 65. So, and the Disruptor has a range of 60 as well. So similar range on all of our weaponry here. Now the small weapons only have a range of 40, unfortunately. So small weapons, can we do better than that with anything? That's 30. I'm guessing just 30 is kind of going to be the ballpark across the board. That would be my guess. We could also just put missiles on our ships. Actually, hang on. I've got Stellaris Wiki pulled up right now. What are some suggestions? Long-range anti-shield weapons. So, I mean, yeah, medium Gauss cannons will work. Disruptors definitely will work, but they don't have the longest range. This large Gauss cannon will work too, but again, they do ignore. Would it be better just to go with straight up disruptors? It's 27 to 40. The large Gauss cannon does a lot more damage. I guess these are anti-shield weapons because they're Gauss cannons. They're mass weapons. I've been playing a game offline where I've been using a lot of energy weapons, so I'm having to make sure I don't get things confused. But okay, so I think I'm going to stick with this weapon configuration on the ship, unless there's something better for the cannons here. Let's see. Kinetic Battery, what are you? Ooh, check out the range on the Kinetic Battery. Now, we only have the first level of that, but the damage is impressive. I could go ahead and put that on the front of this thing. And really, look at the damage over here. It should go up a good bit. Actually, it didn't change at all. That's interesting. Why didn't it change? I'm guessing just because it has a lower fire rate. Let's see. This is cooldown 3.5. Cooldown, yeah, that's why 8.0. So it has a lot better range. So I think I'm going to stick with that because I think that's the smart thing to do. And we can only put that in large slots. And then there's the auto cannon, which also has kind of not great range. So yeah, we'll leave that. And anything else? This does shield damage. Those do shield damage. And the plasma cannons actually do not do shield damage. So maybe I do need to change those. Let's go ahead and maybe replace them with Gauss cannons. Yeah. So we're going to put Gauss cannons on the back of the Trajan class cruiser. And we've got some extra power as well, so that's going to help out. Have we set everything up here? Yes, we have. Also, I'm going to go for the jump drive tech as soon as possible. We've been talking about that in the comments as well, and yes, I am well aware that I can now go for that with no risks since the Unbidden have arrived. Okay, so here we've got our picket ship, and I like the idea of keeping the Gauss cannons in place. So I know we're doing a lot of ship customization to kick off this episode, but it's necessary. We need to keep the game paused, and we need to prepare our ships and upgrade our existing ships, rebuild our fleets, and I'm going to send what I have at the Unbidden while they're small. Might have to retreat because, I mean, it's the Unbidden, but I'm going to try it because evidently if you design your ships well, you can actually do pretty decently against them if you are smart. All right, so picket ship bow. Yeah, I guess we'll leave this as is. The barrier point defense does not do a lot of damage against shields, so it kind of makes me feel like, well, that it's the only option for that. So unless I retool the Justinian class to be something that's not a picket ship, yeah, I'm just going to leave that class as is. All right, so we've redone both of those. What about the Tiberius class? Maybe leave this as is too? I think it should be okay. Let's see. Autocannon ignores armor. The flak battery is point defense and kinetic. Okay. Yeah, we're going to leave that. All right, so that's all of our those are our first 4 designs. So let's look at our cruisers really quickly. I think we already looked at... Did we already look at the Trajan? Yes, we did. That's the one that we changed. So we've got that artillery bow set up with the kinetic weapons, and now we've got the Hadrian class cruiser. We have our advanced fighters here. Now, I don't have better fighters than this at the moment, so I'll probably leave that in. For the broadside bow, let's definitely remove those, and we're going to replace them with... Let's see, what would be... These ignore shields and... Interesting, they ignore shields and armor. Yeah, the railguns would be the best weapons to use. Just period, because of the Unbidden's shield usage. So we're going to stick with that. Meanwhile, we also have to remove all of these, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. So let's go ahead and plug some power back in here. And then hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing as we did with the other ship and just plug in a ton there. And then now we have to put crystal forged plating in there. Perfect. I have some extra power as well. Save. Okay, that's that. And then this could be reducing the attack power of some of these ships, but I don't care. All right. Actually, that armor hadn't upgraded for... Oh, these 0-point reactors haven't upgraded either. What's going on here? Oh, that's why auto upgrade was turned off on this ship. Good to know. So let's go ahead and just take everything off here at the bottom and see what else we need to do. So this Giga Cannon already is a pretty powerful weapon to have in place. The artillery core, could I potentially put the kinetic batteries in place here? Yeah, I could. Let's go ahead and do that. This is the artillery core. We need to have some long-range weaponry that can fire at a greater distance. Well, hell, let's do another one. It's going to require a lot of power, but screw it. All right, so for this one, let's do the same thing. Let's have regenerative and crystal infused, and then I need power badly. But before that, let me go ahead and, well, hang on. Let me install some cores. All right, so that puts our power back into the black, or in Stellaris terms, into the green. Now I need to also install shields, so let's do some enigmatic deflectors. All right, that answers that question. Okay. So maybe if I do one more deflector. Yeah, perfect. All right, so let's stick with that. That's the Tempest. Oh, that's what it is. This is the... I'm upgrading a... This isn't one of... This is my... Okay, I'm an idiot. This is actually the auto-designed... I didn't realize I was doing that. No wonder it wasn't set to auto-upgrade. All right, well, in that case, this is pretty much what we're going to do to the Augustus or the Julius, right? Actually, no, this is its own thing. So why don't we keep this? Why don't I make this a new class of battleship, the Constantine class battleship, and we're going to set this to auto upgrade. Did it already undo? No, here we go. Yeah, it did undo what I did because I switched away from it. Damn it. All right, well, we're still going to change it back because I clicked away and didn't click save. It just undoes it that quickly. Good to know. All right, well, I know what I did, so we'll be quick about this. Let's also go ahead and remove all of these and plug in... Hello, Kinetic Battery, or Kinetic Battery, not factories. There's that, and... Sorry, trying to go fast because that was a silly mistake. So, now enigmatic power cores, good, and enigmatic deflectors. Okay, I think I had one more to make this work, and now I can plug in 2 more. Yep, perfect. All right, so this is the Constantine class. We're going to set it to auto upgrade and save. And then the Tempest, we are going to delete, so I don't make that mistake again. So we've got the Augustus here. Let's go ahead and remove your armor. Let's also, we've got the enigmatic decoder here. We're going to replace that. As much as I hate to, I like having some ships with those advanced techs. We need to go all in on defeating the Unbidden. That is my priority at the moment, so we're going to focus on that. Also, it looks like this is our carrier ship, so we don't have a whole lot in the way of defenses. The plasma cannons probably just need to be replaced. And when I say defense, I'm talking about long-range defenses. Energy siphons actually don't sound like a bad idea. Would they wouldn't do that much damage, though, would they? Yeah, they're kind of crappy. Ignores 100% of armor, don't care. How about we just do disruptors? Yeah, let's just do a couple of disruptors here on the carrier core. All right, so this is the Augustus class, and we still have some extra power, but not a lot. We're going to have to plug in a few more items. Am I good there? Yes, I am. Enigmatic power core 1, and it looks like now I'll have room to just put in 2 more deflectors. Perfect. Save. And then finally, we need to take a look at the Julius. And this will be it for our main fleet of ships. We could also customize our, support ships to be similar, to have similar kind of advantages. And of course, I'll have to go back into all my ships when I get the jump drive and make sure that it's installed, because the game does not actually do a good job of making sure that the new drive gets installed on ships, even when auto upgrade is selected. It's kind of weird. But let's go ahead and plug in another enigmatic deflector. 2 more. Could I pull off 3 more? Am I reading this right? Yeah, I can. Holy crap. All right, well, that's pretty awesome. So now I also, for this ship, let's go ahead and put in, because we want that nice long range, let's have a kinetic battery on this thing. And then, yeah, medium phase disruptor will be fine there. And then I just want to have a couple of Gauss cannons small on here for the broadside bow. A couple of medium plasma cannons, those can go away. And I'll replace those, tell you what, with more disruptors. And then Gauss cannons and fighters look good, and then Gauss cannons on the back. Again, anti-shield weaponry is the name of the game, and we need to change your battle computer. Holy crap, that wasn't upgraded yet. So let's save the Julius, and let's make sure all the other battle computers have been upgraded. No, they haven't. All right. Constantine, not you either. Done. Okay, so now our ship designs are more up to date to fight against our good friends, the Unbidden. Let's see where Classis Ravenus is headed. Classis Ravenus is headed back to Sol, whereas Classis Messinensis is already in orbit around Baltris, because Baltris is, of course, or it's actually almost in orbit. So let's go ahead and upgrade there. And then Classis Ravenus, I want you to go to Earth. No, not what I meant to do. Single click, not double click. All right, and you can upgrade there as well. Now, at the same time, even before I unpause here, we're 16 minutes into this episode already. This is how hardcore my prep needs to be here. I think one of the things I want to do, hang on, what is the cost? Let's double check what the cost is on building. All right, so I need 10,000 minerals. Before I put anything into getting more ships, because I do need ships, believe me, I'm actually going to pull up my contacts. I'm going to pay a visit. Also, let's make sure we're still getting this. Yes, we are. Good. Are we still getting our artisan troop bonus? Yes, we are. Good. Let's visit the Riggin Commerce Exchange. Are we still getting our strategic resources? Good. And we want to trade for minerals. So for 2,000 energy, we can get 1,000 more minerals. So unfortunately, that's a crappy trade rate, and so we still have to wait until we hit 5,000 more on top of this. And let's go ahead and unpause. Let's go to speed 2 and let these ships come into position. I'm also going to go ahead and colonize. Nice. Go ahead and research that, please. I'm going to go ahead and colonize Ophioglia, because we have 2 additional core system slots. We're waiting for some planets to colonize, but this particular system is ready to go. It's an arid world, so it's not going to be the happiest world for humans at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Like, we need to have this thing colonized and going. Looks like that's going to be a good spot to put the colony. So this is going to be Ophioglia Prime or Ophioglia. This is an arid, so Aridus. Very good. And that's going to be 1 more core system of our 2 extra. So again, we're waiting on a seer. We have, how are our terraforming projects? If we just scroll down, we can take a look at those real quick. Need to take a look at factions as well, because someone said something about one of the big ones being particularly unhappy. So this terraforming project is 65 days away, and this one is still a good ways away, unfortunately. So we'll be able to establish another new colony probably this episode. Let's go ahead and let those days tick by, and then we can get a colony going there. So yeah, when Roma Galactica returns towards the latter part of the month for 41 through 60, what's going to be interesting is we will be playing in the Atoms update that I talked about several episodes ago. I haven't really had time, given everything that I've got going on this time of year, to do a patch coverage video, unfortunately. I've really wanted to, because it's a very straightforward patch. So, I don't really have any issue with covering a patch that small. It doesn't take a lot of time, but I just have not had the spare resources to do it in terms of time. Let's go ahead and do a new science, or a new research building there, and then I guess I'm going to go ahead and just build a mine there. Someone in the comments, and I say this not to call out, again, one person, but this can benefit everybody. Mineral silos do improve your mineral storage capacity. It's a planet unique building, so you can only build 1 per planet, but also notice in the description there, adjacency effects. for adjacent mineral tiles. So you want to try and put these in the middle of mineral tiles. Whether or not you're actually putting the mineral silo on a mineral tile is another matter, but it will actually up your mineral output for that planet. So that's why I've made some of those decisions in the recent past. Let's go ahead and do a mining factory there. And then I think everywhere else we're built up already. Baltris Glacius, yep. Or what are we building here? We're already building, or we're upgrading. Good to go, good to go, good to go. So some of our planets might have some empty tiles here because of the migration that's happening. Earth is building up this new colony ship. All right, so this terraforming project is almost done. What's this? Primitive alien civilization on Bo in the Trond system, way over here. Don't really care. Nice. All right, so New Beginning is now a continental world. Looks like there's still some primitive factories on here that we're going to need to get rid of, but let's go ahead and colonize this world as well. Nice 100% colonization ability. And wow, where should we... I think that might be the best spot to put a colony. Given the... Yeah, this is. Let's go ahead and just land you right there. This is called New Beginning because it was once home to an alien race, but we're going to call this... Well, crap. What do we call it? Trying to think in terms of, because I mean, we already have a system called Nova, so can't go with new there. Let's just leave it at New Beginning for now, and we'll come back to it as I hit my start menu accidentally. All right, there's that, and that colony will start. All right, so we're still waiting on one more. Oh, cool, there's a little tooltip that actually says it's terraforming to Gaia world there. I don't know if that's been there the whole time or if I just now noticed it for the first time, but that's handy.
System survey complete.
All right, so we're still surveying pretty rapidly. And again, we need to get to 10,000 minerals. And notice that our minerals are gone on account of the upgrades that we're doing. Damn! All those minerals we just purchased. So we've got to go all the way up to 10,000 to get our Dyson sphere going. And we have to get that thing going because I've let the Unbidden kind of unwittingly, because again, I'm new to fighting the Unbidden. I've played plenty of Stellaris games to the end, but I've just so happened to have avoided, believe it or not, with as common as I hear they are, I've avoided encountering them and having to deal with them. So we're going to have to be quick about this. I need to build up ships, I need to have large fleets, and I need to be able to hit them hard and fast and not lose. So that's going to be kind of the focus. And yes, I'm going to try and, as I sit in this recording session, I'm going to try and record a little bit longer than average episodes, the same way that I have been, because frankly, I want to, but also I know that you guys are enjoying the series. I hate to take the series on hiatus. We've got to switch it up a little bit, and we've already let the series go for an extra 20 episodes. So what do we have here? Spaceborne Organics. Okay, so Science Ship just ran into some space amoebas. That's fine. Well, you already should be running away, right? Yeah, good. Well, that sucks. I hate that we lost all those minerals we just bought, but in a way, it's good that we bought them when we did. All right, what are you? More space? Oh, that's the space amoebas that we just ran into. All right, good to know. All right, let's also take a look at our habitats. Also, one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and build about 2 or 3 mineral collectors per habitat, because once I have a ton of habitats in my territory, that's just going to be a huge boon to me. And I think for this one, the smartest thing to do would be to go ahead and build... I could request an art monument and do that. Let's do that. Get a little bit more unity going. Why not? We wish to commission an art piece. That's 1,000 minerals. You know what? No, never mind. I just can't afford it. All right, so this is the Jupiter habitat, and we are going to just build solar power generators there, and then the Sirius 1 habitat is already fully built up. Population still coming in, but it looks like we've already got a couple of mineral collectors here, but let's go for one more. And then same here. Let's go ahead and build another one. This population is still growing. So I need to build more habitats too. We just have a lot to do and very little time to do it, considering the threat from the Unbidden. Kind of sucks. I'm not too happy about it, being totally honest with you. All right, so it does seem like our attack power, well, granted, we lost some ships too, but our attack power has gone down a little bit. Right, we have a ton of influence too. Holy crap, hang on. With that influence, we also need to take a look at our factions. I know I said that a moment ago, but I've been focused on other things. Let's see, where's... Oh, wow, this has actually been sitting here for a while because there's a science ship. There's not a science ship anywhere nearby. All right, so there's the gigantic skeleton. Why don't you come back here and research that, please? What else is... All right, we've got the horizon signal. Do not give a damn. All right, so for the Unbidden, we have to take out the dimensional anchors, which help reinforce their... Well, it doesn't reinforce their fleets directly, but it allows them to reinforce their fleets more rapidly. And eventually, you get to a point where the Unbidden apparently snowball and do so much damage. And then the portal is what you actually have to hit in order to kill it. So actually, wait, I just noticed in the situation log, is it F3 for the situation log? Yes, it is. I need to know that hotkey. Let's go ahead and track this. So the portal is here. We can't actually see it without being in sensor range, but the portal is here. Yeah, we can see some of their ships, but that's it. All right, let's go ahead and unpause again. Research-wise, we are 9 months from Guardian Point Defense, 20 months from extra leader lifespan, and then additional armor is going to be done in 3 months. Now, that's not going to help, unfortunately, against the Unbidden, but hey, you know, it's still an upgrade for when we are done with the Unbidden and can turn our attention towards conquering the galaxy. So Mars, we need to upgrade you there. All right, so it looks like some of our citizens have migrated, possibly to our... Yep. To these. Actually, no, it doesn't look like... Oh yeah, here we go. These recent immigrants. So they're extra happy since they're in a new home. All right, so Ophioglia Eridus has... That's a funny name for a planet. I'm sorry. I'm going to stick with it, but it's kind of cracking me up a little bit. We've got a colony ship on the way to what we're calling New Beginning for now. How close is it? There it is right there, as a matter of fact. We need to get that jump drive installed on our ships. We're going to install it on everything. Colony ships, construction ships, everything. Research complete. Nice. Okay, so we've got better armor. I probably need to go ahead and go for... This is crystal infused, which is the lesser of the two. So, sweet. I'm glad I have the better of the two already. Nice. I can upgrade to kinetic artillery, which sounds like it's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, that's actually a cheaper tech than going for minerals. So, as much as I want to go for that next, I'm definitely going to go for this upgrade to the kinetic battery. Upgrading to the kinetic artillery. Should be a pretty nice attack power upgrade for those new long-range weapons that we built. Nice. So we're going to get our Unity bonus improved a little bit here. We are at 71k, 7 months away from another perk. We're going to... Oh, nice. We're actually going to get an Ascension perk this episode. Didn't see that coming at all. We're about to complete the Harmony tree, which is going to reduce the cost of consumer goods, which will help us get minerals faster. So that's actually good news. I didn't know we were that close to that. But that's what happens when I'm super busy and I'm recording episodes several days apart. FYI, normally, like, when things are ideal and I'm, like, completely on top of everything I need to do, I'm recording about a week's worth of episodes at a time, just as a way of, you know, just being efficient and making sure I have time to do extra content during the week when possible. But when things get more hectic, I end up having more than one recording session per week, sometimes more than two, often right now more than two. And so right now I am doing 4 at a time. Normally I do more. All right, so we're 2 months away from Guardian Point Defense. We should be real close to that perk. I'm excited now. That's good. So we should have some interesting choices to make before the end of this episode. Colonization in progress. Okay. I want to see how much it affects minerals. Okay, so Guardian Point Defense has been researched. Arc emitter is... Ooh, check this out. This ignores 100% of armor. Its range is long. Oh, we probably need that weapon, don't we? Energy weapon attack speed, not as much. Jump drive. That's what we need the most, though. So let's go ahead and go for that. It's only 9 months away. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and let the episode run to completion with that. Also, before I forget, let me pause it and take a look. I mentioned a moment ago that I have a ton of Unity, but then I noticed we had other projects here. So let's see what kind of... What am I doing? No, policies. There we go. All right, so we already have information quarantine going, and we have +4 Unity. So our factions are quite happy at the moment to be giving us that much Unity on top of running 2 0.75 influence edicts. So we can go for the Grand Fleet, which will reduce ship upgrade cost. We could totally do this right now. We have the influence to do it, and it increases our naval capacity, which we don't really need a naval capacity increase right now, but... Let's see, there's also share the burden. We don't really have a lot of slaves to do this with, do we? Hang on. Yeah, we have... Yeah, these guys would actually output more if I instituted that edict. So was it F6 for the... Okay, so F6 to pull up your policies. Fun fact for those of you still learning your hotkeys, like me. Yeah, share the burden. So robot resource output in general would be upped by 10%. We do have some robots, and slave mineral and food output would be increased. So let's go ahead and do that just because we need the minerals, and hopefully that's what I was afraid of. It's not actually that big of a jump. All right, so we have both of our colonies starting, and we should be seconds away. No, we're still 3 months away. So let's speed up to speed 3, because I want that ascension perk, damn it. Oh, Lemsa's got an alpine world here. When did that happen? Was that a terraforming project that I just somehow forgot about? Well, sweet. This is another world. Let's go ahead and do it. I have no idea how this happened, how I missed it, but I'm going to land you right... No, I need minerals more, so... Yeah, let's put you there. Lemsa Prime, and that actually needs to be renamed to something else, but I'll figure that out momentarily. And there's Holdabana has an alpine world as well. So I guess maybe just habitability went up, and so that's how... Oh, that's what it is. It's not in my core systems. Okay, that's fine. Just based on where the camera was for a second, I thought it was another core. All right, tradition available. Obviously, we're going to go for the bulwark of harmony. So when in a defensive war with another empire, ship build speed is increased by 33%. In addition, the fire rate is increased by 15% for ships within your borders. Unfortunately, we do not actually have an active war with the Unbidden. They're just killing us, and we're killing them. It's not a formal war, so those mechanics don't matter. So we do have now reduced consumer goods costs, and you saw that just gave a huge jump to our mineral income. So that's actually a really good piece of news. So far we have Technological Ascendancy, One Vision, Interstellar Domain, Voidborn, Galactic Wonders, and now I think I want to go ahead and go for Engineered Evolution so that we can have access to much better traits. We could go for the Flesh is Weak as well. We could go for World Shaper, Galactic Force Projection. We could also go for this. This might be the smartest one to do right now. As much as I want to go for Engineered Evolution, we can go for that one next when we don't have the Unbidden to worry about. I can go for Defender of the Galaxy and get the 50% damage bonus. I don't think there is an argument for going for anything else right now, actually, come to think of it. As much as some of these others are enticing, we're going to go for a Defender of the Galaxy. Yes. All right, so there's that. We're going to get a nice damage bonus against really any endgame threat, but we really only have one endgame threat happening, which is the Unbidden, so we need to defeat them, and then that'll be taken care of, and we can turn our focus elsewhere. Now, yes, right, we're waiting on the jump drive. Okay, we're done with that special project. Any other projects, aside from the frickin' horizon signal, which I don't want to deal with? Let's go ahead and clear some stuff off here. As soon as possible, I'm going to start the Dyson Sphere, and then I'll turn towards building up more ships as rapidly as possible. All right, we're going to do a Frontier Clinic here to improve growth speed, and then here we will do Hydroponics Farm. And New Beginning is still colonizing, so we need to wait a little bit. Let's let the game keep going, because we want that jump drive, and I want to get those fully installed on my ships before the end of the episode, because we need to be able to leap over to the Unbidden. Jump drives are amazing. I love them. I've been playing a campaign with an empire that I made for a future Stellaris series that I'm kind of experimenting with. Interesting. So some rivalries are ending, I'm guessing, because of the Unbidden. I've been playing a campaign with a very, very evil empire that I designed, and I got jump drives with them, and it's just, oh my god, it's so much fun. System survey complete. Except when they summon the Unbidden, because that sucks. Okay, so Classis Ravenous has... Oh wow, check out the strength upgrade we just got on Classis Ravenous. I feel like that jumped way up. Very nice. All right, 3 months away from the jump drive. And I think the jump drive has the same... Okay, non-aggression pact. I think the jump drive has the same energy usage as the... If I'm not mistaken, has the same energy usage as the top level hyperdrive. So it won't change the power usage on our ships. Okay, nice. Nope. Pause. Good. I'll go for that research option just a second. That was the jump drive, I bet. Yes, it was. Very good. All right, so here... Oh, we also need to do spaceports. Holy crap. Let's go ahead and... What kind of spaceports have I been using? Yep. Projectiles. So let's do the same. Mars actually needs to upgrade theirs. I don't want to spend that many minerals to do it, though. So why don't we go ahead and just do those basic upgrades. Orbital mind control laser is something I still haven't built, but I have access to them. So if any worlds have problems with population, I could just use one of those. I'm glad I have that thing. All right, so we finished researching the jump drive. Let's see what our next tech is going to be. Shield hit points plus 5%. That sounds like the right way to go. We aren't using lasers, and we aren't using the... We don't have any defense platforms at the moment. So energy credits plus 5% is tempting. UV laser for that little research, that would be done in next to no time. So that's tempting too. I think the arc emitter is the weapon I want to go for first. That's 22 months away. We're 3 months away from cell revitalization being done. So I think with that perk being set up, we're going to be in good shape. Before I end the episode, let me jump right back into the ship designer and see it hasn't auto upgraded to the new drives because it's such a big change. Power usage is excellent. It is the same. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade everything. We need to upgrade every last one of our ships to use these new drives. And then we need to pay for the upgrades, which is not the most fun part. I'm glad we finally have a Constantine class battleship. I'm sure you guys are too. We've got the Julius Augustus and the Constantine, some very mighty Roman names there to go along with the 3 classes of battleship. Was always my intention. Always save Constantine for a battleship. Totally designed it by accident, right? But we did it. All right, so I think that's all of them. Yes, it is. All right, now I've got to do upgrades again, and hopefully it won't be too expensive. Let's go ahead. This is one thing I've noticed. The game doesn't do a good job of auto-upgrading, these particular designs. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take a moment to fully upgrade my existing ships. Now the construction ship, I think I can just leave. Yeah, let's just do crystal forge plating there, and then we definitely want a similar kind of distribution, but I'm not... Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to clear that. Here we go. And then deflectors. All right, not quite. Crap. All right, well, in that case, what I'm going to do is do a level 4 shield, and that'll make it perfect. All right. So now our construction ship is custom designed. Our colony ship we're also going to upgrade. We want these to be able to jump. I'm going to take care of all this before I wrap the episode here. All right, so same thing. Let's go for crystal forge plating. We're dealing with the unbidden right now. I'll go back and change stuff later if I feel the need. Okay, same problem here, unfortunately. So, okay, solved in the same way. Did I turn on auto upgrading for the other ship? Yes, I did. All right. Science ship, same thing. It's going to be really nice to have these. So the Curator Exploration Lab is going to give a survey speed bonus. I like the idea of having... No, I like the survey speed bonus right now because we're still benefiting from that for the science reasons that I've been talking about throughout the series. So that's good. Let's go for Crystal Forge plating. And then... Enigmatic power cores here. Done. And... Oh, hello. We need to have, I suppose, a level 4 shield here instead. Perfect. And we want you to auto-upgrade. All right, so the science ship's ready. Then there's the transport ship, the defense platform. We're not actually actively using transports at the moment. I'll go ahead and reconfigure these just because if I do end up, making a snap decision to use transports of any kind, it'll be good to have that taken care of. Yeah, let's have 2 enigmatic deflectors here and then another enigmatic power core there. So, wow. That's a lot of extra power. Yeah, save. Okay, last but not least, let's go ahead and tell these guys to upgrade to their new jump drive types. So that should all start right away, and it's probably going to use up a good amount of resources. Yeah, I feel like the ships at Earth are not upgrading yet because there's not enough money. So hang on. Almost done with this one. Let's go ahead and go for minerals, and then, yeah, we do want to trade down to about that much. No, still thinking about it. What are you waiting on? Classes Ravenous. Waiting for... Oh, it's building a colony ship. Okay, that explains it. That's a good explanation.
Research complete.
What do we got here? Nice. Leader lifespan plus 5%. So we could add another core system. Yet another. We can improve our edict duration. Let's go ahead and do that. extra edict duration with all the influence we have. Are you kidding me? And I do need to look at factions. I know I'm probably going to do that in the next episode. They will thank us one day, so we've been converting that particular faction. All right, so the Quiet Dark. The readings picked up from this system come somewhat surprisingly from the Quiet Dark itself. As black holes go, it is fairly small, which could account for... Oh, we've read this already. There's much we could learn. Nice. All right, so this we can upgrade at some point. Classes for Venice. Okay, it's upgrading. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here because we just hit the 40-minute mark. What do we have here? Yep, more rivalries ending. So I think the other empires are definitely feeling threatened by the Unbidden, so as soon as possible, especially now that my ships are going to have jump drives, I'm actually going to jump in. Another thing that I haven't done, I need to rebuild my battleships before I jump in. Classes for Venice still has 8, but it's very strongly advised that you have... I don't even have any Constantine-class battleships in the fray yet. It's very strongly advised that you have battleships to take on the Unbidden, just like fleets of battleships. I'm not necessarily going to use fleets of battleships. I want to use all of my ships to try and beat them and throw what power I have at them. But we'll focus on that in episode 38. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes, as always, are coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going with 3 more episodes, 38, 39, 40. Then we're going to go on a break and go back to a game that I have played before in the 6 p.m. slot, and that's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, and then we'll come back with more Roma Galactica after that series has had its first run. And I'm very, very excited to see. I feel like what's going to happen is that next run of Roma Galactica is going to be very focused on beating the Unbidden and then just kicking the ass of our neighbors, because we're going to be really strong by that point. So it's shaping up to be kind of a good, I hate to say this, but cliffhanger, but also stopping point. So that's going to be a good moment to kind of transition and say, okay, this is a different act of the series that we can kind of break off. Hopefully it'll go that way. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.